10 and Nautilus, I feel like he's comfortable here. But Renekton could potentially be a really tough matchup.
Renekton versus Kled, carries there in the top lane, and we've talked about it before with Looper and how he performs on this team. Generally seems like he's more in his element when he's on something with some carry potential, as opposed to just the raw tank.
Yeah, I mean, he also has his own flavor. The way Zig has his Kled pick, Looper has his Singed pick that he has a World Championship skin with. So there is that element to it, and Renekton does have some strong 1v1 potential. So if Looper is unable to have the great team plays, which has been a little bit lacking this split, being able to potentially bully the lane with Renekton does fit in quite well.
And in the series that they played versus Liquid last week, where Fox ultimately took the win, ended up going 1-for-1 on their week, Looper's Renekton performance was huge in their wins. Both games, Looper did just an absolutely ridiculous job on this champion to be able to make sure they were able to find that win. So do not expect him to not have an impact on this game.
Yeah, I mean, even just looking at the overall team compositions, it does look like Phoenix One has a little bit more thrown into the team fight initiation, whereas Echo Fox with the Ahri and the Renekton are potentially a little bit more lane focused with some flanks. But overall, if Looper gets huge, it's still going to be that tank, and they're relatively balanced team compositions matching up against each other.
Yeah, both these top laners can be a big threat if it ends up getting to the point where one of them is significantly far ahead of their counterpart. And that's just going to be a nightmare scenario that both teams have to keep in mind and prevent that from happening for their opponents.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to see how Froggen can match up against Ryu in this match as well.
Right, we're loading on to Summoner's Rift now for the first time today for Echo Fox versus Phoenix One. Only one can walk away with the victory. Phoenix One wants to climb further and further towards the very tip-top of the ladder, and Echo Fox really needs to secure that lower end of the playoff spot for themselves. Elastic Slingshot, Zach would be picked
Control like a Scion ult as you're flying through.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Gate actually just sticking around in a brush by himself?
Gate in a really precarious spot. Acadian trying to move his way down here, keep that support alive. One more auto attack's gonna do it. Arrow's grabbing the first blood, but now is he in a bad spot? Oh! Yes, he is. Acadian grabbing that kill. Almost able to make it two. Stunt getting chased down, flashes himself over the wall at the very end, and 1-for-1. Those that we're starting to see pile up sans the jungle this game. Acadian and Froggen moving into enemy territory around that blue buff, stealing it, seeing if they can find the opportunity to steal that away. Keith gonna be forced to flash, but Meteos has paid a visit in the bottom lane, bouncing around, up and down. Arrow grabs the kill, and Gate gets himself away just barely, but his AD carry's corpse is still gonna be tainting the lane.
Man, so much for that summoner spell advantage. There goes Keith's heal and flash because Meteos joined the fun. Acadian ghosts from a ways away.
Acadian's got the ultimate to make this happen if they want to go all the way in for it. Petrifying Gaze going to be sidestepped. It's all up to Froggen now, and he's got the kill, getting himself away. But now Kled sounds the horn, looking to grab the revenge on this. Can he do it? He's got the jump. Froggen's going to be chased down. Zig needs just a little bit more. The bear trap procs.
Oh my goodness, he'd already jumped towards Froggen, so he followed him all the way through, and now Gate's dead too.
He gets himself chased underneath the turret. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds its way onto Meteos, but it's not going to matter. Phoenix One goes up 4-2.
Oh, and they're going to get the first turret bonus, so this just turned into a huge advantage. One of the reasons Zig likes to play fairly aggressive in this, and here comes Meteos.
Meteos trying to come in from behind, immediately going to be stunned up, goes for the last bounce. Keith getting himself locked down, Arrow finding the damage, True Shot Barrage able to grab the kill. Wild growth onto Meteos, but they don't want to take this one any further for now. Looper and Acadian in hot pursuit of Zig, who's going to be stopped, as they will not allow that ultimate to get him out of here. He dismounts. Can they take him down before he's able to get Scarl back? Yup, and Looper's the one grabbing the kill.
Not a great need for Froggen there, and it potentially cost them the straight.
Phoenix One should be securing this one rather easily.
Teleport's coming in, they're gonna fight it.
Echo Fox wants to take it down, see if they can at least punish for this. Acadian looking to make his way into the pit if he can. Stunt gonna be jumped on. Looper exhausted. Meteos into the back line of Echo Fox. Zig gonna be joining up. Keith is soloed out and brought down. Looper and Acadian into the pit. They're gonna be grabbing that Drake, as now Acadian's going to be brought very low, taken down next. Looper trying to get himself away from this one, but Phoenix One is locking him down and shutting him out. Arrow grabs that kill, and it's a 3-for-1 trade, but Fox takes the Drake. Yeah. You want to put the solo laners in the bottom lane, we're going to be looking for Baron. Keith, Gate, and Acadian working their way towards this. Meteos coming over the wall. Elastic Slingshot comes out. Petrifying Gaze not going to be hitting much of anything. Ryu popping the cleanse, keeping himself alive through the stuns, as Acadian has to fall back now. He and Gate both incredibly low. Looper looking to work his way into the fight now. Meteos grabbing the kill onto Gate. Now has to try to grab the kill onto Acadian as well. Gonna find the double as Looper runs down a couple of different players. Phoenix 1 now going to be losing their support as well. 3 dead on the side of Fox, 2 dead on the side of P1. But Froggen and Looper not only found the tier 1 in the bottom lane, they're going to find the tier 1 in mid lane as well. Now jumping onto Zig, some nice chain CC. Zig in some real danger of potentially being brought down here, but it's Looper who overcommits. Meteos and Zig chasing this down as long as they can. Zig remounted, going to be that much more of a threat. Froggen with the charm over the wall, keeping him safe and getting him out, but the elastic slingshot right back into the mix, not able to provide the damage.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack from that fight as Zig is continuing to chase. He might get him.
Looper still might be in trouble, just barely able to slice his way out of that one and taking control over more of the map. Acadian looking to solo down this Cloud Drake. Yep. Nobody even nearby at all for Phoenix 1 to contest it, and P1 is going back for the Baron for the second time.
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine this is only to try and bait a fight in. And Meteos is trying to get his elastic slingshot down, but actually, if they never come in, they have the hawk shot. They'd have to go right now.
They have to go right now if they want it, but it's going to be secured. Phoenix 1 have found themselves the Baron, but now the fight is going to be breaking out in earnest. Looper going in, but he's all alone. He's going to be turned into a nice pair of boots before it even starts. Meteos now the target as Echo Fox trying to get themselves out of a really precarious spot. Phoenix 1 have been able to find one. Can they find more? Acadian running into the fight. Ragnarok berserking. Arrow exhausted over the wall, finds the damage as Froggen's going to be juggling around. The more damage pouring in. Phoenix 1 have found 4. And Acadian, the last man standing.
And it was actually the perfect call for Phoenix 1. When Arrow's True Shot Barrage scouted Acadian at the Drake, as well as Froggen in the bottom side. While I thought it was going to be a base for the fight, when they have the control ward in there, there's no vision for Echo Fox, they don't have a smite, and they only have 3 people with which to face check against potentially 5 for Phoenix 1. So really, once that True Shot Barrage came through, it was clear for Phoenix 1.
Yeah, Fox could have got away after only losing Looper. They might have been all right, but now Keith is going to be jumped on. Meteos and Zig with no mercy. True Shot Barrage just comes through to prove a point, as Phoenix 1 now have a 5 versus 4 push opportunity for the next 30 seconds. The enemy without their AD carry is going to have a hard time repelling this attack.
Yeah, with the Baron minions, the difficulty of Echo Fox trying to find an advantage fight right here is just massive. Meteos can threaten from over the wall with Elastic Slingshot. If Echo Fox tries to defend, it's in trouble.
They're pulling the trigger already. Acadian going to be bursted low. There's no way Ragnarok's getting him out of that one. Looper having to run away as well. Echo Fox with absolutely 0 chance of defending this. The tier 2 is done. Tier 3 now the target. Charm's coming out, but what do those even do? It's not going to be solving any of these problems. Meteos with no fear in his heart whatsoever. Just Elastic Slingshot time and again into these back lines, zoning Echo Fox away and allowing Phoenix 1 to take the in-hit.
And I have to credit their lack of hesitation with these turret moves. It's one thing to watch Phoenix 1 with the Kled, it's another to watch them with Kled and the Zac. They're just flying in anywhere they can.
Froggen now trying to run away. In some trouble, he has Spirit Rush. Zig trying to jump on top of him, finding the damage. Joust into Joust, a little bit more will do it. Meteos looking to chase it, can't quite find it. The flash and the ulti having to be used. Wild Growth onto Meteos to keep his passive safe. Arrow now in a pretty forward spot, but Gate's gonna be jumped on. A rampage for Arrow. Ryu popping the shield, Acadian drops. Keith is going to be dropping, and Arrow is a triple kill now in this game. 10, 2, and 7. He's got a triple kill.
And Captain Flowers, they're relentless. They just
never
continue to fight, and Echo Fox thought they'd be able to turn it around because Phoenix 1 was being what looked to be reckless, but no one fell. Stunt kept them alive with the shields, and Phoenix 1 could actually end this game on this Baron.
We just said how much these guys are unwilling to quit pushing for advantages, and as soon as Froggen tries to defend on the Nexus, he's brought down as well. Phoenix 1 will end this game 27 minutes in. They're onto the Nexus, and Fox can't stop it.
Oh my goodness, 27 minutes, and it's over.
Bond this. It is their top laner. Thinking about Nautilus right now. They will lock that one in for Zig.
So just going with the tank. They have a very strong front line there with the Taric and the Nautilus, as well as pretty reliable initiation. The overall damage there, though, from the Phoenix 1 team, it's a little bit lower than you would see if you would have gone with something like the Kled. So there's a chance that Looper's Shen gets to an unkillable state. But as we mentioned, relatively normal team compositions with tanks, mages, marksmen, all in normal spots. Just Echo Fox with a stronger early laning phase in the mid and the bottom side of the map.
And having that strong early laning phase could be key for Echo Fox, because usually when we see this team do awesome stuff, it's what you were talking about earlier, Jet. The top part of the map for them is the key. Acadian needs to get Looper and Froggen off to a great start, because when Looper and Froggen are able to really go off and be the champions and the players that they want to be in this game and get ahead and get those leads, that's how Echo Fox finds wins.
Yeah, and to their credit, they have actually had very strong early games throughout the majority of the split. It's just been their ability to transition those. So I do feel like they're trying to draft themselves for success in this bottom lane, trying to give Keith and Gate as many advantages as possible. We'll see if it works.
Remember, if Echo Fox loses this game, that's going to be all she wrote. Phoenix 1 going to go up to an even stronger record in third place. Echo Fox going to go into a more even unstable situation and standing towards that bottom part of playoff qualification in the ladder. 6th place and 7th place is one of the biggest differences in the standings, because 7th place, you don't get to go to playoffs. 6th place, you do.
Exactly, and this year, 8th place is safe from relegations as well, so it's really just that race for playoffs as we're talking about. And
nobody likes to talk about it. Nobody likes to mention it. You try to brush yours under the rug and laugh at everybody else's.
Absolutely. Looper actually, though, getting jumped on.
Looper getting gagged now. They're able to find the first blood for Inori. That's how you make a comeback after a couple weeks away. Now, Keith going to be stunned up bottom side, but not really anything big. Inori shows up really huge.
Yeah, Katie going to try and get one back, but a quick flash away from Ryu, and going back to that top lane. Bottom lane power could transition down, but we haven't gotten there yet. Here comes Acadian.
Stand United coming in, looking to make the 2v2 happen, and Nori going to be taunted up. Acadian and Looper trying to make this one go all the way if they can. Nice Sonic Wave past the crab. Zig walking himself out as Keith is now in danger of getting dove. Arrow and Stunt looking for the moves. The Stunt's going to be dodged away. Some fancy feet from Keith are not going to be fancy enough.
Yeah, but you really wonder, where's your team, man? Why are you under that turret against two level 5s with a huge minion wave? Keith did flash the stun, but there wasn't much else that he could do. Pretty simple kill there for Arrow and Stunt to get the turret dive off. Yeah, and the map play is becoming really intriguing this game as well, because Phoenix 1 have now had Arrow in the bottom lane, threw him top, and now he's just sitting mid with Stunt. So with this much movement, you expect something to start break, because you're kind of changing the comfort level of the game. Not to mention with Drake up right now, we're going to see some action.
Whoa, Froggen grabbing the burst onto Arrow. He might be low mana, but he's not out. Stand United going to be used, keeping him safe. Acadian now looking to make yet another play. Stunt going to be taken down next. Can't use the ultimate to save himself in time. Gate chases away Zig and Inori, and that's a 2 for 0 for Fox.
Wow. Froggen just deletes Arrow. He had stacked so many dark spheres on the ground
to keep that mid laner alive. As the mid lane tier 1 finally falls, Echo Fox takes out the last piece of that outer ring. Stunt gonna be coming through onto Inori. The multiple ultimates coming in. Malzahar and Syndra making quick work of that bug. As the push is now gonna be stopped thanks to no minions, but Echo Fox starting to find momentum and success as this game goes on.
Yeah, another nice flash ultimate there by Gate. This time actually picking up the kill because they had more backup damage afterwards. Gonna have to respect Ryu though.
He's coming in. Echo Fox trying to make the catch onto Stunt. The damage comes through. The Sonic Wave not going to be finding the mark. Acadian still looking to chase this one down. Might just get himself punished. Zig into the back line. Almost able to grab the kill. There you go. First one's on the Gate. The disengage from Echo Fox comes through. Ultimately, they leave, just losing their support.
Yeah.
One Stunt going to be hit by the Sonic Wave. Acadian does not have Flash. If he goes in, he's going to have to reposition through wards.
Mainly need to track where Froggen casts his ultimate. Will he be exhausted while he does it, because Ryu has exhaust? And how do they engage? They go on Stunt. Beautiful.
TV coming in from the backline. Stunt going to be bursted down first. Can't even use the ulti. Now Echo Fox having to back themselves away. Looper going to be caught out by Zig, but that's the tank. It doesn't really matter too much. Gate going to be chased down next. And Nori hopping right back into the fight. Looper buying all the time into the backline, but Arrow and Ryu are going to be bursting him down. The damage comes in. It's a 2 for 2 so far. Echo Fox retreating through the enemy jungle.
Yeah, such a close fight. The fact that they took down Stunt first can be smart against the Taric, because it prevents him from pulling up that Cosmic Radiance. But when you burn all your CC on the Taric, what does that mean for Ezreal and Ahri? Because Arrow was free hitting for the majority of that fight with the Trinity Force Muramana Power Spike, and it ends up splitting it 2 for 2.
Looper bought a lot of time keeping the Ahri and the Ezreal occupied, but ultimately he paid for it with his life. And the Infernal Drake still lives. Neither team in good enough condition to actually go for the take there afterwards. Arrow now going to be the one looking to maybe solo this one down, but there is a ward that is not disabled.
Yeah, so they see him, and if they get any type of cheeky play over the wall, they'd be able to stop him, but they'd have to get pretty fast. Could the Arrow take it? No. It does!
Oh my goodness, he stole it with the Malzahar portal!
This is kind of how he deals with it, right? Is he chunked it all when he's in range, and how is that going to affect the way he plays in team fights?
Echo Fox has had this small advantage for so long now. 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Here comes a TP from Zig.
Zig wants to make the TP flank onto these guys. Remember, Keith does not have flash. He does not have heal. Zig's able to find the angle. Can they get him? Keith getting himself bursted down, and he is already out of there, ladies and gentlemen. Phoenix 1 have found themselves 2, and Looper is likely going to be number 3. They jump on him. 5 versus 1 is not a fair fight. And Phoenix 1 takes 3, looking for Baron.
Oh, they are picking on that guy. He walked right into the Nautilus. They burst him clean through the Shen ultimate. And the Syndra-Ezreal interaction doesn't even become a factor because the fight was over before that could happen. Now they want to try and maybe miracle seal this Baron because Acadian is up.
Acadian has to be a hero, but Froggen is chain CC'd and just taken solo. Almost getting himself away again. The shutdown credit goes over to Zig. Echo Fox buying as much time as they can. They grab the kill onto Stunt, so that is just a 1-for-1. Now Keith and Gator back alive. Phoenix 1 returns to the Baron pit.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a little bit risky by Phoenix 1 because they've already won the fight, but Acadian's still there.
Arrow has
has his Guardian Angel. He's got a bunch of mana. Keith and Gator on the way. This could get messy.
Yeah, Arrow has almost no mana left. And Nori is also very low in terms of mana. Ryu is very low in terms of mana. Acadian going to be ulted by the Nautilus. Still trying to secure this Baron if they can. He does the smite missed! But Nori still secures Baron Nashor. The Guardian Angel going to be procced. Zig just walking straight to his death. Farewell, brave soldier. We will forget you not. He's just buying as much time as he can.
Oh my goodness, that could have been so bad for Phoenix 1, but it works out because they get the Baron.
Be quick on the smite trigger finger like that. Too quick, I should say. You want to be quick.
Yeah. I mean,
Phoenix 1 now has Baron for themselves. Now pushing up onto the tier 2. Acadian going to be caught out. Pretty tanky though. You don't want to be going for him. As the Cosmic Radiance comes down, Looper into the middle of the fight, going to be finding the taunt onto multiple people. Spirit's Refuge not protecting anyone. A very nice Syndra stun, but Acadian still will fall. Zig marching straight forward into enemy territory, marching straight forward into death. Froggen grabbing the kill in return, and it's 1-for-1.
Kind of a weird fight because Ryu wasn't even there. The Terror Call did buy so much time for them, and as you mentioned, the great stun came through from Froggen. A little surprised that Zig stayed so aggressive when they had kind of won the initial engage and Ryu could have continued to slip push down the bottom side, but now they're going to try and continue.
Stunt taking a whole lot of pain from that Syndra. Thing is, like, he looks kind of tanky because he's got so much health, but there's not really a lot of resistances in there. So when a Rabadon's Death Cap, Abyssal Scepter, Morellonomicon Syndra hits him, it hurts him really, really bad. Really dangerous. Froggen now flashing forward, looking to find the execution of his own. Stunt going to be popping the Cosmic Radiance. This fight is going to be all over the place. The TP coming in. Echo Fox deciding to go right back in. Acadian, though, can't find the angle, and now he's going to be finding his own demise. Zig running down the back line. Keith goes. There goes Gate. There goes Froggen, and Looper, the last man standing, but who even cares? Phoenix 1 now have the opportunity to push mid.
Yeah, still chasing after Looper Shen. Uh-oh, though. See his gun.
Stunt? I don't know about hanging around that long. All right, he's crab food.
Took a bad path and recall location out.
Looper?
His GA's up.
He ran away for so long, kept himself alive, and now he's still gonna do it. Nope. The Guardian Angel at least popped. They got him at the end.
It sets the conditions in which Zig can get another one of those teleport flanks. Keith will have to move forward to contest those buffs since Echo Fox doesn't want to just concede the game in that sense, and that's when you'd see the exposure of Keith for a flank.
Syndra's Guardian Angel also down. Same can be said for Shen's. The Lee Sin and Nautilus GAs, those are up and running though. Zig eating some damage, but not really concerned about it. Looking to turn things right back around. Keith having to flash away. Stand united to keep him safe, but now Gate's going to be bursted. Looper in some trouble, trying to retreat. Keith still going to be jumped on. Nothing can keep him safe. A rampage for Arrow. Acadian, his Guardian Angel's getting itself popped. Looper trying to escape. A double kill for Arrow. Froggen going down too. Acadian having to run away, but there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. Phoenix 1 are marching into the base, and with 4 still dead, this is GG.
Yeah, they just run through Echo Fox at this stage in the game. They pop the Taric ultimate. Brute force. I mean, Zig just ulted Keith, and that's enough of a fight starters. They then ran through the rest of the team. Phoenix 1 scaled up and knew how to finish.
Phoenix 1 with the decisive 2-0 victory over Echo Fox.